Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to SmartUp.
with Marta.
Before we get to our answers on expanded form or number line, we have a few shoutouts and jokes for you.
I'm going to start with my shout out for Elsie. I know we've been talking to you about different ways that you can do your daily physical activity. And something else he told me she did last week was play badminton out in her yard,
Nice.
which I thought was really a great idea. I love playing badminton, and I also thought it was funny because the birdie got stuck on the roof.
My shout out goes to Scotia from my class, and Scotia's been doing some great writing. In addition to her daily write story, which she's making a made up story, she's also doing a research project that she decided to do on her own. Her and her mom discovered they both have a love for the artwork and artistry of Frida Kahlo. She's was a Mexican artist and did a lot of self portraits. And Scotia took out a book in the library when she was in school, and she learned about Frida Kahlo from there, and she just discovered that her and her mom really both like Frida Kahlo. And so Scotia decided to research it and learn more about her. So she wrote, in addition to her daily write, another daily write, I guess you would say, and it talked about Frida Kahlo's life, and she did an incredible job. She wrote single space, complete line, lots of research, all facts. Way to go, Scotia.
Good job, Scotia. I call that like a passion project. It's something you're passionate about. So the rest of you that are watching, if there's something you're passionate about and you want to find out about, just do it.
Perfect. Jokes. Mine is from Haley. Oh yeah. What did the ocean say to the ocean?
I don't know.
See you later.
I get it. Like SEAC.
Think about it.
I get it. Okay. My joke today is from EJ. Do you know what happens when it rains cats and dogs?
What happens?
You might step in a poodle.
EJ, when we first got that one, I laughed out loud at that one. I like
That was
that.
a good one.
I like that one.
All right, so we are going to go on to showing you the answers for the expanded form and the number line.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to go over the answers. What we would do first, Mr. Marta talked last time about doing some mental math in his head, where he would look at the question and try to figure it out in his head before he actually worked through that. So why don't you do that for this one?
Oh, okay. So the answer to number 64 plus 25, I believe, is 89.
All right, so I'm going to put it up there.
Oh,
So
she's
Mr.
got the
Marta,
wrong color.
no, the answers I'm doing in a different color so you can see them.
Look at you. Okay.
Also, I like purple. So Mr. Marta's mental math answer is 89, and it's really important for you to be able to do mental math. If you can't do this yet because it's pretty hard, that's okay, but just keep practicing and working towards it. Now, if Mr. Marta said to me, I think my mental math answer is
84.
I would say, yeah, could be. That's a pretty good guess. If he said to me, my mental math answer is 256, I'd be like, how'd you get that, Mr. Marta? What's going on? It's important that you can recognize that 256 is not a good answer for that. There's nothing in the hundreds, first of all, so getting to 200 is impossible, right? And we know kind of in our heads 60 and 20 is 80. We know it's going to be around 80, maybe in the 90s, but it's not going to be less than 80, and it's definitely not going to be 250 something.
Estimating close to what an answer will be is very important, because even if you didn't answer the entire question, if you looked at the highest place value, in this case the tens, and just look that way, got 60 here and 20 here, okay, I know the answer is going to be at least over 80. So that gives you an idea of where you should be. So if you did expanded form, you got 63. Wait a second, I know
That doesn't make
made
sense.
a mistake. So estimating is really important.
Okay, so I'm going to do the expanded form answers, and Mr. Marta is going to do the number line. We're not really going to pause because we know you've already done these already, so you are checking your work. If you've made a mistake, it's totally fine. Pause the video, fix it up, start it up when you're ready to go again.
One thing I'll say before we start on the number line, if you jumped ahead, say you're taking groups of numbers, say 60 plus 20 more, and you jumped to 20, you got 80, that's great. For the sake of the video, I'm going to break it down to tens.
Don't worry if you did it a different way on number line, as long as you got the right answer.
Correct.
Okay, so expanded form, 64 plus 25. First I do 60 plus 20, or 6 tens plus 2 tens. And I know that's 8 tens. Then I do 4 plus 5. I make sure I put it underneath here. I put my plus sign, I put my equal equals line, 0 plus 9 is 9, 8 plus 9 is 8. Mr. Marta, it looks like your mental math is good.
All right, 64 plus 25. We're on to adding 20 because we have a place value of the tens column there. So we have to add 20 to 64. So I know that 20 is two tens. Here's 10, here's 20. And I count up by tens, 64, 74, I'm at 84. And I have to add 5 more. And I know 4 plus 5 is 9. So it's 89. But like I said, you could count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89.
Okay, so now I'm going to do mental math for the next question. So, Mr. Marta, I think 27 plus 18 is 95.
95. Boys and girls, what do you think? I would say, okay, why do you think 95, Mrs.
Oh,
Marta?
because 1 plus 8 is 9, and 7 take away 2 is 5, and that's probably 95.
Oh, what should she do instead, boys and girls? Could we help her out? She added these two numbers together. Are those the same place value? So Mrs. Marta, look at the tens place value and the ones place value for help.
So 20 and 10, so it's going to be like 30 something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to look at the ones. 7 and 8 is 15, so it's going to be more than 30. It's going to be, I think, 45.
Okay.
I think that's a better.
That's a way better estimate, yeah. Maybe
Alright.
she's right. That's way closer than 90 something, whatever she said before. She's getting it now.
That's fine. Hopefully.
She's faking it. She gets
I'm 51. Hopefully I get it by then.
it.
All right. So 27 plus 18 for expanded form. First I add 2 10s and 1 10. I could put my 0 here. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 20 plus 10 is 30. Then I do 7 plus 8. Remember, I just did this in my head too. 7 plus 8 is 15. So put the 15. Put my plus, put my equals line. 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. Look at that. On my second attempt, I got it right. It's okay to get it wrong the first time. What's good is that Mr. Marta helped me recognize that 90-something was a bad estimate.
All right, number line for the same question. We have 27 to start. We have to add 18. Well, we know this one's going to be quite easy for us. That's a 10. So we're going to go up by 10. 27 plus 10, you should have 37. Now we have to add 8. We can go up by 8, and I know 7 plus 8 is 15, but we're going to count by ones. You know, let's count by twos. Should we try twos? No, let's go by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The number line has to go a little bit further to make it. Each of these are 1. Now I'm not going to write each one down. I'm just going to count to make sure I got them right. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and land on 45. So we have, this was the 8. All these were the 8. That was the 18. 45. So I'm going to do an estimate for this one here. Now, 76 plus 58, it's getting kind of tough, and it might be really hard for you to do mental math. So let's do it like an estimate instead this time. We want to see what's it going to be close to. So I can see this is 76, and this is 58. Now, if I look at the ones, that really doesn't tell me much about what the final answer is going to be. I look at the biggest place value in the tens. So here I have 70 and 50. Can I borrow your put marker, Mr. Marta? So what I do to estimate this, 70 and 50. Okay, why my tens column? I have 7 tens and 5 tens. 7 plus 5 is 12. So I know that's going to equal 120. So it's going to be more than 120. That's what I'm going to start with, just to make sure I know it's going to be more than 120. So if I solve expanded form, or Ms. Marta solves expanded form, and she got 110, we know the tens column alone is greater, so it's not quite right. So that gives us an idea. It should be greater than 120.
Okay, so I start with the tens, 7 tens and 5 tens, 70 and 50. Put the 0 for the tens, 7 and 5 is 12, like Mr. Marta told me up there. Thanks, Mr. Marta. Now I have 6 plus 8. That one is a tricky one. I always look for the biggest number and try to get it to a 10. So to get to 10, it's 2 more. I take 2 away from there, which is 4. 10 and 4 is 14. So I put the 14, and I add it together. 0 and 4 is 4. 2 and 1 is 3. 1 and nothing is 134. Good estimate, Mr. Murda.
So is 134 more than?
It's definitely
Okay,
more.
let's check number line. If we get the same answer, then we know we're correct. Or we've done the same thing wrong twice. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
All right, so we're at 76 plus 58. We have 76 for the first number. We have to add 58, so I gotta add 50. Let's go up by tens. How many tens are in 50? Well, I know there's 5 right
tens.
there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each of those are 10. We're going to count up by tens. 76, 86, 96. I'm right there right now. And then I
It's
get
a tricky one.
this next 10 one. We had 86 here. 76, 86, 96. Well, I have 9 tens. If I have one more 10, that's the 10 and the 6. Oh, it's 106. Okay. 76.
So look at this. 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. What do you think is going to be next?
14?
11 tens.
So if I have 11 tens coming next, and
And
what's
the
that?
6.
What's that? Ones has never changed because we're only adding the tens. And the last number, 12 tens and a 6. So 76, 86, 96, 106, 116, 126. Now we have our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put our ones there so you don't lose count. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We start here at 126. 127. Now I'm going to count by ones only. So remember, you have 126 starting here. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 134. Our answers match. We're doing good.
Right.
All right, let's change this up. This is Marta. I'll stand up a bit here.
Mr. Murr is
Make
taking
this
a
happen.
risk, leaving an open spout there.
There we go.
All right, we're on to the challenge question. Now, you may or may not have done the challenge questions or done part of them. Just watch anyway, so you can kind of get your brain learning what's happening, even if you didn't do the questions. So for expanded form, I start with 400 plus 200. I know 4 plus 2 is 6, so I know 400 plus 200 is 600. Next, I have 70 and 40. So I know it's a 10. 1, 0. 7 plus 4 is 11. So this is how I'm lining it up. Next, I'm doing 3 plus 9. It's almost like a 10 now, just one off. 3 plus 9, I know is 12. 2, 2, 7. My answer is 722.
Nice.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Martin.
Let's go on. Number line 473 plus 249. So we start in the hundreds column. We have to add 2 hundreds. So there's 100. There's another 100. So 473, 573, 673 is where we're at so far. Now we have to add 40 more. We have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have the right amount, 40. We started at 673. We're only counting up by the tens. Okay, 673, 683, 693. I'm going to write that there. 693. We had 683 right there. But now we have 10 more.
Tricky.
It is. But I noticed that this 9 tens become 10 tens. I know 10 tens is 100.
Hold on. It's like 69 tens.
Correct.
So if one more 10 after 69 tens would be
70 tens, right?
70 tens.
So that becomes 703. 10 more, 713. Now you have to be careful to make sure you have all the right points. So let's see. We had 673, 683, 693, 703, 713. We're there so far, 713. And we have 9 more to go. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll put a 1 each of those just to make sure. I'm going to recount
Some of
those.
you might have just been able to add 9 to that, and that's totally fine. But if you can't,
Yeah.
just
If
do
you
the
did
ones.
713, you jumped all the way to from there to like you did this. You went here and you said 9 more because you knew 13 and 9 was 22, and you got 722. You know you're right. But if you want to do the ones, you can. Just make sure you have the right amount. So double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're good. Let's count 713. We know the 700 is not going to change. Let's just count 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 722.
Good.
There we go.
All right, so if I was looking at this and I wanted to make an estimate, just to check if my answer was going to be right, I'm looking at 800 plus 600. I know that's 1,400, but there's still a lot here. I know that this is almost 100. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 1,500. Let's find out.
How did you know that's close to another 100, Mr. Murray?
Because 96 is close to 100. Yeah. Okay. So 800 plus 600 is 1,400. Another way you can say that is 1,400. Then I have 60 plus 90. Wow, this is a big question, Mr. Martin. This must be why
This is why it's
super
super
duper
duper.
challenge.
It's crazy big.
All right, 60 plus 90, I know it's a 10. 6 plus 9 is 15. Then I have 5 plus 6, which is 11. Put my equals line, put my plus sign, 0 plus 1 is 1, 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 1 is 5, 1 plus nothing is 1, 1,561. Once you get to this point, the adding is really easy.
Most definitely. And I'm glad Mrs. Marta commented on how difficult that question is. It's a hard one. This is like end of grade 3, beginning of grade 4. It's really tough stuff. I would say more beginning of grade 4, to be honest. Now, also being honest, would I personally ever use number line for this question? Not in a million years. You'll see it's a lot of writing. I personally expand form all the way. However, you might be the person who likes number line better. That's it. Great. If you're like me and would not use number line, but you can show me you can do number line. If you can do number line with this question, you understand number line beyond belief, and then from now on you decide what strategy you want to use.
And it's important to have a lot of different strategies
Most
to
definitely.
build the math skills in your brain.
So let's go. We start at 865. We're gonna go up by 600. So let's go up by hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're gonna say each of these are 100. Not to write all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good there. 865. Let's count by the hundreds only. 800s, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1400. So write the 14 there for the hundreds and then put in the 65 to go with it. So you could say 1,465, or you can say 1,465.
Mr. Murda, I predict you're going to have to write smaller.
I think you're right. I tried making the line. You can see how much work it's going to be. We're now in the tens column. We'll put 2 lines there so I remember. Tens column. We're at 90. That's a lot of math.
9
Okay.
tens.
I'm going to write a little small. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, so these are tens, these little bumps. Okay? We're going up by tens. 1465. Now, if we look in the middle, this is 46 tens. We can count like that as well if we want to. Okay? Ignore the thousands. 465 is 46 tens. Okay, let's count how many tens we have. 46 tens. We had 46 here. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So we have 55 tens. We had that 1,000 from before, and we have a 5 over here. Now we have to add in a 6. Now you notice in the number line, I wrote the hundreds this size, the tens this size, and the six that size. Doesn't make sense that way, but it makes it easier to see. So as long as you're numbering them properly, no problem. So let's go by 6. 1,555 plus 6 more. That gets a little confusing. You might get 1561 if you're really advanced, but you don't have to count by all the 6. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 55. Let's just ignore the 1500 so far and start at 55. We're at 55, we have to add 6 more. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61.
And then put that 15 back.
And that 1500s are still there. We match up,
Ta-da!
we're good. But as you can see, me personally, too much work for that. I'd much rather do this, but you may be exact opposite of me. You might like, I can do this way faster than I can do this. Maybe you can do number line faster than I can do expanded form. And maybe when you see mental math, you see a number line in your head, not expanded form. Everyone's different.
All right, you made it to the end. Guess what's next?
Rexy.
Rexy. So Mr. Marta and Rexy and Rocky are just relaxing in the chair now that they're done their math, and they wanted to share. Well, they don't want to share. I want to share. Okay, Mr. Marta, you're just making me laugh. I wanted to share a joke about Rexy. We need more dino jokes from you. I'm having to come up with my own, but I think this one is pretty good. What do you get when you cross a dog and a T-Rex?
What do you get when you cross a dog and a T-Rex, Rexy?
A very frightened mailman.
That's pretty good, Rexy. Hey, don't laugh so hard. You're heavy. Quit.
All right, see you guys later.